Like I will just try to recall. This here we have seen about close methods. Find elements we have seen. This we have seen about the examples of getting the list of all the links and printing the what you call text of the link and printing the URL of the link. So that examples we have already seen. Get method we have seen, get current URL we have seen, and get page source also we have seen, get title also we have seen. So get current URL will just print the current URL and page source like the HTML codes it will show you. Title we have seen. Get window handle we have not seen. Window handles we have not seen. So is this concept is something about multiple window handling. So just ignore for now. Manage we have seen like how to maximize a browser that we have already seen. Navigate we have seen. Quit we have seen and switch to also we have not seen. So these are like multiple Windows concepts, get window handle and get window handles and switch to. So we will discuss these things in the later sessions. For now, we are keeping it as a pending items. Now, so we have seen the clear and click also, like how we are clicking the link and how do we are clearing the text box. So some examples in the Facebook site we have already seen. Find element and find elements also we have seen. Get attribute example I have shown you, but it was the basic thing. So I will show you in the advanced level. You see here get attribute. So get attribute is something like suppose that you're inspecting some web element and then you want to read some properties, attribute properties. So you have to pass the particular what you call attribute and then it will give you the value of that attribute. So let's take this example, get attribute. I'm copying this and I will dedicate this on the get attribute. Get attribute. You can see I'm getting a compilation error. Rename the file, get attribute. And then I will put a demo. So this is something about get attribute. So other things I will remove so that you won't be confused. And let me show you. These things I will remove. Not needed. You see here what I'm trying to do. I'm opening this URL and then I'm getting all the links. So when we have all the links, let's take a simple web element in that page. That's because I have to show you the attributes of that. So I will just go to this URL, right click and paste and go. So I will take some web element, which is like something meaningful. And then I can show you some of the attribute and properties. Or better, I can take like Facebook. That is better. Suppose that I'm taking this web element. So it has attribute called type, it has class, it has name, it has ID, it has tab index, it has placeholder. So many attribute it has. So what I will do based on that, I will try to take the attribute of this. So just right click inspect it and then try writing the locator for that. So there is one best way to find the locator. You just right click on this web element and go to the copy and go to like copy X path. Okay. So if you copy this means it will give you a simple locator. I will paste it somewhere for temporary purpose. You can see here, it has given me the X path, which I'm temporarily pasting here. After that, I don't need this. I don't need this. I'm just removing this. Okay. So what I will do, I will use driver dot, and you have seen like why I'm using driver. This is the driver. So driver dot find element and then by dot XPath. So since I have copied XPath, so that's why I'm taking the XPath locator. So I will put it in the double quotes over here. And since I have copied it, it will automatically convert it like this. Or you can remove with this and replace with the single quotes. Because already we are closing here double quotes, so two double quotes not needed. So we have already find that particular web element, and that web element is this one. One thing I have to update, this is the login page. So URL I have to update. So this part is URL and this part will open the particular URL, and this is something I'm trying to interact with this web element. So just putting a semicolon and I'm just identifying a particular web element, like it's the email. R. Just a sec, I'm coming.
Okay.
Hi, Habib. So
Yeah.
I was talking about like how to like copy the locator X path. We can copy like this, and then you can write in that. So this is something it is asking about the tag name. So if you go to the particular web element, that suppose that I have taken this web element, email one. So you click on inspect. So tag name is input. So if you want, you can write like input over here, or this is something a star. So star means like it will search in all the tags. So this is bit slow operation. So it's better you can write like input over here. So this is tag name. So how I'm getting the tag name, you are understanding, right? So this is input. So this is the tag name, and this is called in the big bracket at the rate attribute name, and then we are writing the value of that attribute. So if you go there, you try to understand how I have written. So attribute name is ID. So that is at the rate ID and then equal to the value which it is the value present. It is written. So since we have copied, so we can understand how it is being designed. So just I put here name any local variable. I put here email, and then one by one I will try to print so a couple of attributes so that you can understand how to get the attribute of any web element. So say that a shout. So this is my web element. I'm getting this here, copy like this, paste it like this, then get attribute. So this will accept something in the string format. So I'm just putting here double quotes, and one by one I will try to use. Say that this is class. So I copied here and I pasted over here. If I run this application, what it will do, it will print input something like whatever the entire long text it is there, it will print like that. So I will take two and three examples so that you will understand. So one is like class, then we have type. I will copy here, I will paste it here. Then we have placeholder. Then we have autocomplete. So these all are blue colors, all are attributes. So I'm just taking couple of examples for you. Name. So you can see here couple of attributes I have tried to fetch, and you have to pass the attribute and that it will give you the value. So value is something for class, it is this value. For email we have name, we have email value, autocomplete we have username. So like this it will keep on printing, and let me run this, then you will see the output how it is printing. So you can see one by one it has started printing everything. So first was class, then it was like type was text, then third field was placeholder, fourth field was autocomplete. So autocomplete is coming as a blank, that's okay. Uh, then we have name is email. This is like what it printed was. So this is not working. So I will just remove this. Autocomplete was blank. So no need to print. Here it is showing, but actually in the runtime it is not showing. So that's why it is coming as a blank. We can put tab index. That is one thing like we can use. So now you understand the attributes, right? How to get the value of any attribute. So basically the return type of get attribute method is a string. So that's why I'm directly printing it here, and then it is getting printed over here. So let me run it again so that I can show you. You can see here, whatever the value it was there, it just printed. So tab index was null. So it is printing null as well. So that's why it is printing like that. It's okay. So you just need to see that what the output I'm getting, and after that how to use these things in the future. So this was one method, which is get attribute, which we have already seen, and that is really important. One is get CSS value. This is also very important. So I will show you that part. So I'm just looking any examples we have already. Get CSS value. Yeah, we have this get CSS value then. So what I will do, I think should be here. CSS selector it is, not get CSS value. Hmm. So I will bring it here. Uh, Class name get CSS value demo. Rename. So I will open this one and this one. Rest of the things are not needed. So close left. I already closed others which are not needed. And two things I need side by side because couple of things I have to modify. Up to here, it would be same. This and this, I will paste it. One additional code I have here, but don't worry for that thing. I will tell you what is this about. So this is something global weight. So we are needed like implicit weight condition in Selenium. Implicit means automatic weight. So once you put here, it is automatically applicable for all the web elements which will try to interact. So that is called automatic weight. And like the syntax for that is driver will be there. Everywhere driver is common. Driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait, and then in the parameter section you are passing duration dot of seconds 15 seconds. So what you are trying to set, it means automatic wait. It's called a global wait for 15 seconds. I am setting here. Okay, so it means whatever the element it will try to interact is all for like all the find element. It will wait maximum for 15 seconds for the element to appear. Sometime it happens that page elements are taking time to appear on the web page based on the internet connection or whatever it is. So that time, if your Selenium script will not be able to find the web element, so it will normally throw no such element exception. And to avoid that, sometimes we are putting the implicit wait time. So it means I am telling Selenium that before throwing an exception, just wait for maximum of 15 seconds. If you find in 2 seconds, just try continue next step. But if you not find a particular web element, so don't throw exception. Just just wait for 15 seconds. And in 15 seconds, if you don't find, then throw the exceptions like that. So this is the meaning of that. And I'm putting this. And I try to just find this web element. And what is this web element? Let me open this web page, then I can tell you. So this is the web page here. And this is the locator I have used. So what is this locator? Let me tell you. First, I will explain this locator, but let me find whether it is able to find or not. You can see here, as I typed this locator, means this is something X path. So it is highlighting this text. Okay. It is highlighting this text. So what I am doing here, when I'm highlighting this text and right click and inspecting here, you will see here, this is called CSS. This section. This section is called CSS. CSS. It means cascade style sheets we call it. And here every web element has some properties like font size, spacing, width, height, everything you will see, font, color. So a lot of spaces, informations you will see here. Suppose that you interact with this web element. So it will change for this web element. Every web element, CSS is mandatory for any web element has to be appear here on the web page. So if I right click inspect here, you can see it is changing based on the particular web element. If I right click here and changing, you will see it is automatically changing over here. So what we have to do for a particular web element, if you need to verify that this should be the color, this should be the font, this should be the height. So those properties you can validate using get CSS value. So there is a method in Selenium which is supporting you with that, and then you can use that. And what is this locator? Let me tell you. First, I will copy this and then I will explain you. If you remember this XPath one, I told you that day it's a double slash, then tag name, then in the big bracket
Yes.
at attribute name at the rate attribute name, and then value. Like that we have to write. For text,
Yes.
for text there is a way for identifying the text. Sometimes like web element we are identifying on the basis of text only, right? So there are two ways. One is double slash tag name or star you can put. Then this is the method of the XPath. We call it the method of the XPath. So text should be equal to, in the single quotes you can put the text. Okay, this is one thing. But this condition says that the text exactly need to be like this. Exactly. And there is a contains method. So contains method says that means partial match is also okay. Means based on that I can find the text. So it is saying that use contains method. So since it's a method, it will start with the parenthesis and it will close with the parenthesis. And it accepts two argument instead of equal to symbol. You can put here comma and rest of the things will be like same. You can see here. So I'm saying that text can contain this text. So text means like I'm trying to find text and this text should be the part of that text. So in the basis of that you can. And there is a way for contents in the attribute means if you are trying to use contents with the text and if you try to use contents with the attribute name and values, so you can also use in this way. Its syntax is almost same. Instead of text, you have to put at the rate attribute name. And rest of the things will be same. Is you can pass any partial match and it based on that it will find out. So you can see here what I have wrote here. It's the double slash. So this is the syntax of XPath as you already know. And this is called a relative XPath. That is additional information for you. Then it is a tag name. So I'm saying that find this text, but only in this text, not all the text. It's just the time saving thing. If I'm filtering it, that only find in this much. So it's a faster way of doing that. So instead of using a star, you can use a specific tag for faster execution. Then I'm saying that contains method use and where text must having like this text. So you see here, I'm not putting the entire text. The entire text was this much. This was the entire text, but I put here Facebook helps you connect. Up to here I am putting. And then I'm saying that in the H2 tag. So if you right click and inspect over here, you can see here the tag name is H2. So I am giving a filter over here. So filter means just try to find in all H2s where text can have this text. I'm passing the text condition. The text should have this text. So it is this actually the text is like this. But instead of that, I'm just passing a partial one and based on that, it will find the web element. So you see here how I have written this is the locator. Now I come to the program. You see here what I'm doing here. Driver dot find element. This is the method to find any web element. Then by dot xpath. You see here because it is the xpath. So I'm using here by dot xpath. Then in the double quotes, I have written everything you can see here. And then the syntax. So if you try to copy this locator, you come here with the up to here. The big bracket closing is the main closing. You copy this part and you go to that particular page and you try to, or you will come to know this is something control F. Once you right click and inspect, let me show you search again. We'll right click anywhere inspect. Okay. So when it will come like this, you click on any web element and do control F. So it will open a find window here, a very small window, and you paste that locator. So when you paste that locator, it will show you one of one. One of one here means only unique web element I have already find, and it is highlighting as well. You can see here. So I just need to find the correct locator for the web element, and then it will do the rest of the work. Okay. You can see here. So this locator is a valid locator. One of one element is finding. So I just need that. So this is something header element. You see, this is the header one. I'm putting the name any element. Now about this is the element and element has get CSS value method. So it will ask you that what CSS value you want. So see here from where I'm getting this CSS value. Font size, line height, width, font family, font width. Like a lot of things I'm getting from here, right? So same thing I have passed color, font size, font width, line is letter spacing, background color, bottom width. So many things I have asked it, and one by one it will keep on giving everything. Now, see here. Once my things are completed, I will just wait for 5 seconds. I will print the title, I will print the URL, and I will quit. And I will close the message will be printed. In this message, I'm just putting to identify that whether my program executed successfully or not. If any problem will be there, this line will not be printed and I will come to know, oh, this didn't work. So now the code you have already understood why you have written one every line here, and get CSS value is already a method. Its return type is, you see a return type is a string. So that's why I'm able to use it in the system.out.println. So now what are the things I'm going to get? You see couple of things I already put, and every web element has different things. So you can based on that, you can just copy and paste it here and you can get the particular properties of that CSS. So right click, run as Java application. You can see here. So color first I ask, what are the things I ask? You check here and what are the values it is printing. So I ask for color. So it's saying the RGBA, this. Red, green, blue, and A, I don't remember. It's like this 4 colors combination is the same. Font size 28 pixels, font width 400, line spacing normal, background color 0000. Border bottom color. So like this it is coming, and bottom width it is coming 0 pixels. So like this much information I am fetching from the web page for a particular web element. So similarly, you can design for other web elements and you can get these informations. So this is all about CSS value. So we have already demoed about CSS value. Now, next is get rectangle. So what is a get rectangle? So basically, it's 4 things you will get in get rectangle. Uh, Let me explain you first manually, then I will explain you via the programs. So consider that you have any rectangle over there. MS Paint. Consider that this is a rectangle, right? So any rectangle will have four things. One is like coordinate from where it is started, and one is like height and width. So this is height and this is width it will have. So one is X and Y coordinate information and one is like height and width information. So based on that, it will understand that what this geometrical figure is and it will draw that figure. So if you see here in any web page, every web page, just inspect it and just mouse over here. You will get some of the properties. You see here 38 into 76. This information is coming for this on the top right corner. Okay, and it has a pixel as well. So pixels things I can see if I have that. Then I can show you. Extensions. I don't have that extension in my system. So if you have any extension like that, which will draw your UI designers are having those extensions. So I mean to say that there is a X and Y coordinate for each and every web element. So this element is starting from here. So it will be having some X and Y coordinate. Plus it will be having length and width. For any web element, it is like same command. You see here for this is coming as 364 into 52. 300 into 22, it is coming like that. But points is nothing, that should be okay. Point we can print it. Okay. So before going to rectangle, I will show you one get location that is easy to understand as compared to. So you see here this application. Let me comment it out. So what I'm trying to do here, I have one application and I want to get the location. Location means I was talking about X and Y coordinate, right? So same like that. Let me open this URL. I will be go with this as copy. So this is get location demo. Get location demo means if I have one web element, I want to get the location of that. So means X and Y coordinate, so I can get it. So let me delete these things. I will get the location for this web element, right? Inspect and right click. Once you inspect it, just go and right click, copy and then go and copy XPath. And then you come and paste it here for temporary purpose. Then try writing the code for that. Driver.find element, sorry. So this is the XPath. So by dot XPath I will take. You can leave it like that, but it's better to put it in the single quotes. This button. So I'm just trying to find the locator for that and then put a semicolon here. And this is the email field, right? So I will just create a local variable email element. And it will ask you that what kind of web element it is. So you see here, it is a web element. So just right click, I just mouse over and create local variable. So up to here, it is done. And then I need to find the location of this. So how I get the location of this? Take this web element and just use a shout. Put the web element name dot get location. Okay. So in your system, in my Eclipse, like it is not auto suggesting, but I think I need to enable some settings because it is not coming. And but in your Eclipse, it will come. Don't worry. So once you try dot, it will show you all the methods now. Like Java, it was showing all the methods now. I need to fix that. I forgot to fix that issue. Otherwise, I would have fixed that issue. Yes. So I'm just trying to get the location, and when I run this, I'll just comment this one. It will print the X and Y coordinate for that. So let me run and show you the output. So this part I haven't updated here. So right click and run. You can see here this coordinate is printing 865 and 148. So based on any web element, it will print. So let me show you one more example that now this time I'm taking the password. So right click, inspect. So this is the password. Now I will right click and go and copy the XPath and I will come here. Temporary, I pasted it here. Almost same thing I will do here. Just change the name. First, let me change the locator. That's just ID I have to update. You can see here. This was for email element and this is for password element, and I'm just using the same methods, get location, get location. The output will be same. I think it's different, but for X coordinate, I think it's same. It's in the same line. So X will be same, the Y will be different. Y means vertical distance, X means horizontal. So horizontal position is this one is no, it's a different. It will start from the top left corner. So this corner X and Y will be different. This corner X, Y and Y will be different. Okay. So position of X and Y coordinates. So like that, on the basis of that, it will try to map and then it will show you. So let me run and show you the output. You can see here 865, 148, and just is shifted for the password down below. So now it was at the 862 and then it was here. So X and Y coordinate change basis on that. Now we have a further what you call options there that I will show you. Consider that you need to get only X coordinate, right? So how you will get the X coordinate, and if you want to get only Y coordinate, so how you can get that? As of now, it is coming as a joint X and Y. But if you want to get only X, only Y, then there is a way. So basically, this is the method, get X and get Y. Get and capital X, get and capital Y. Up to here it is same, but just I have added get X and get Y. So based on that, it will automatically update. So let me copy this again and I will change this here. This time it's the password element. This time it is the password element, and for password it is getting X and Y. You see here what output last time I got here. I got here both as a joint output. So now it will first print this one, then it will print 865, 148. Second time it will print this one, then it will print 882 and 227. It's just a way to separate the output. So get location or return type is point. Get X return type is integer. So this information you should know, because in the interview, they will ask what is the return type of a particular method. This is a super hit interview question. Any method they will give you, and they just try to find out that how much you have worked. So if you have worked like thoroughly, so you will be knowing that get location return type is a point class. Get X location return type is an integer one. So this informations you should know. So now right click and run. You can see here, first it printed the point class, then it printed the X, and then it printed the Y. Then again it printed the point class, then it printed the X, and then it printed the Y. So like this, it is working here. So if you understand this one more class we have to understand that is dimension. So what is a dimension? If I have that option here, I can show you the dimension. Get location demo. Dimension. Dimension is of two types. One is on the window. Location is also for the windows. I will show you that part. First, let me cover the location one. So first I will close this. This get location of web element. I will give the name like this. Of So this was the example of get location of the web element. There is a get location of Windows as well. So let me copy this, paste it here. Of. So first, let me try to explain you manually what I'm going to do here. See, suppose that I have opened one web page. So sometimes it will be like this. It will be like this. So your location is this one. Sometimes it will be like this. Sometimes it will be like this. So you see here X and Y coordinate will change based on the screen. If it is here, then it will be like this. If it is here, then it will the X and Y coordinate will keep on changing. Wait, one thing. My clips not showing autos suggestions. In Alt and forward slash. Not working. Control space. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In that window preferences, Java editor content adjust and advance. Windows preferences, Java editor content edit advance. And it says that the following options are deselected when I set them autocomplete worked as before. When I set them autocomplete, no start needed. Java non type proposals. Then saying Java proposals. Then saying Java type proposals. Java proposals. Apply and close. Yeah, it is coming up. You can see that's what I was saying. That there's some setting which need to be enabled, then it is working. You see, and now it is working. So I was talking about get location of the windows. So when we talk about windows, so we don't need web elements kind of thing. Let me remove this part. Now we talk about windows. So what we will do, we will disable this as of now. So once you open the URL, you know, like it will not be in the maximize mode and you want to print the location of any window. So you can print the location. That's out. So we have the driver. Driver dot manage dot window, or we don't need to manage. Driver dot get driver dot window manage. I think it's managed. Manage is the driver dot manage dot window dot get. Yes. get position. You can see here. So we have two things. I will show you dimension later. Just I'm talking about positions. So what it will do, get position, it says that point type. So you will first get the X and Y coordinate of the particular window. And after that, you do a maximize. And after that, again, try to print. This value will be changed. So as you know, get position or get location, it's almost same. It's both returns the point class and it will give you X and Y coordinate. So it will give you the coordinates for the window. Okay, like any window it is opening. So position X and Y coordinate from the top left pointers, it will give you. So once before maximize, I printed so that the change of some value will be there. Then you will understand. And then let me run this. You can see here earlier it was 99 and after maximizing it was 88. So since it quit very fast, so let me put a kind of wait condition. It has started executing. So first it was um, what you call normal mode. Then it come into the maximize mode. And based on that, it position or like location has changed. You can see here. So it is pointing that X and Y coordinate. So it's a -8 and -8 when it is maximized, and before maximize it was like that. So there is a get position and there is a set position as well. I am commenting this. Now I'm going for the set position. First I printed the get position. Then I am going to set the position. Set position, how you will use? So just put the S. And it will ask you that give me some argument that what value you want to set. It's saying that point class you have to put. So how you will do that? It's new point. Just you remember that point. New. It will ask you for two arguments, X and Y coordinate. You can see here. So I will give here so that 100 and 100 like this I'm giving. And before changing, I will wait for 5 seconds so that you will understand. You see here, because we are dealing with the Selenium, so it's asked me that which one you need to import. So I imported from the Selenium one, you can see here. So it was not there like this. So what I did here, I came here, just mouse over, and among all the threes, I opted the Selenium one. So Selenium one I opted, and it asked for, like, since it's the point class, you can go in point class and you can check here. It will always ask for X and Y. So what X, what Y you want, you can put over here. Based on that, it will set the position. And once it is setting the position, then again I will do the this part over here. After 5 seconds, I will do the maximize. And then again I will print here. You can see here. So We are in the wait condition, like 5 seconds wait, then we will change the position. So set position and get position. Two methods are there. Get position is to read the position of any window, and set position is to set the position of any window. So we are not interacting with any web element. We are just interacting with the page, okay, like window. So it's a position I have set, like this time I've set 110. Then I'm just printing that what position we are building. Then after 5 seconds, again I'm doing maximize. Then again I'm printing that after maximize, what is the current value. So based on that, you can play around the application. And let me run this. It's now very simple to understand. You can see here, it will change the position after 5 seconds. You see here, it changed the position, right? And after that, it maximize and then it will close. So I'm not dealing with any web element, just a window position. You see here, every time when I set the position 110, so it was able to print like this. So this is something, and it is like -8 for the maximize already you have seen. So in this way, it will start working. So you can set and get the position of any window. So I think that's all for today's session. What we discuss. So tomorrow we will discuss about the dimension. Today we discuss about the positions. Okay. And
Yeah.
tomorrow like we have classes. So tomorrow we will discuss about the dimension. Because if you open any web page, so what it says that every web page has a dimension. It means X, like length and width. So when we talk about dimension, it means we are talking about height and width. And when we talk about like position, so it means talking about X and Y coordinate. Okay. So X and
Hmm.
Y coordinate means like top left point where it is starting from. So that is considered as a point.
Ex-
X and Y coordinate. So that is considered as a point. A rectangle is like combination of dimension and position. So that's why I put the rectangle at the third position. So once you understand the position, once you understand the location, once you understand the dimension, then rectangle is what? Rectangle is something combination of both. So it will show you the point, it will show you the dimension as well. So that's it from today's session. Yeah. Any other doubts you have?
no, Rajiv. Thank you.
Okay, welcome then. Thanks all for today's joining.